Hello, welcome to Flower Juice. My name is John McDonald, and today we're going to make an arrangement where I've got some roses. That was really my inspiration, as I've got these beautiful long-stemmed red roses, and they need used, and I just want to make something that I can put on my coffee table in the house. So I've got roses, I've got a little bit of asparagus fern, got a little bit of heuchera, I've got a little bit of this material. Now I'm not sure the name of it, but it's a shrub that grows in my garden. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean off these leaves because I really want to show the flower on this. Now, I have used this before and I have been told the name of it, and head like a sieve, I cannot remember. So if you know the name of this shrub, please put it in the comments below and people can see it. But it has the most amazing little flowers at this time of year, and then it just turns into like a green bush. So it's interesting. Interesting material. But I think taking the leaves off it, we actually see the flowers much better. Now, I wanted to just make something that can go on a coffee table, so something quite simple. I've got this beautiful bowl. Now, I bought that, you know I like to go around charity shops. I actually paid full price for this. There was a ceramic fair. I saw this and I just loved it. And it wasn't the cheapest, but I just love the fact that it's special. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this piece of wood, which is basically, or well, not basically, it was, when I moved into our house, we had a lot of ivy growing up the back wall, and this was part of that ivy. It was a really interesting shape. I mean, I could use it this way as well. It would also be quite interesting. In fact, that is quite interesting. I think both work quite well. Depends what you want to do. This is giving more of an upright feel. I quite liked it having more of a low down feel. Saying that it's got to survive on a table. So I'm thinking this gives a real sense of interest into the design, and we can also add like a little pin holder as well. So pin holder is going to allow us to position some of the flowers. Even add a second one into here, but we might not need it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add water. So as long as the water covers the top of the pin holders or kenzans, then we know that all the flowers are going to get water and be quite happy. So we've got a good depth of water. The other nice thing about using a flat dish like this is that we're also going to see the water and the reflection that we get. So I'm just going to start with our flowers. And I really want this just to be seen from all round. And we can use the pin holder to support the flowers, but we can also use the actual wood, the actual frame that we've got. So if some things don't go into the pin holder, that's okay. As long as they're supported, then it doesn't really matter. I have 10 stems of these roses, and I just think to sit and be able to look into them is really nice. Sometimes it's hard to know what to do with flowers. Like, what do you do with 10 roses or a bunch of one particular flower? Well, sometimes the easiest thing is to just put them in a vase, but in a way that just seems like such a lost opportunity to be creative, but also to show them off in a different way. So what we've got is we've got a nice line here, we've got lots of texture. We're not necessarily wanting to hide this neither, so we can lose that leaf. And we can just enjoy the process as well. So this is quite interesting. So it really is worth keeping an eye out for materials that you think might be useful at a later date. So like this piece of wood, when I was putting everything to the rubbish, I thought, actually, this is quite a nice piece. And I just left it outside, actually hung it on near the door of the garage, and then it just dried. And now I've used it a few times, actually. Now, the reason I'm using these roses, and they're for me, is that they've actually, some water has dripped on them and they've got a little bit of damage on the petals. So, not the end of the world. You can easily remove a petal. I mean, these outer petals that you get with roses are like a guard petal anyway. So they're not a real petal. We tend to remove them to improve the appearance of the roses. It doesn't do any harm if you do it carefully, but you can also do it with petals that have been damaged slightly with damp. If they've got a little mark on them, if you just carefully remove them, then that works quite well. So we've got our base, and then really we just need to add our decor or our finishing touches. So I've got a couple of little heuchera leaves. So I'm looking just to see where they can best go. And really their best place is down where we can hide visually the pin holder. So I can go really quite low with them. So if you don't have a kenzan in your toolbox, I would say that it is quite a useful item to have. If you have a look in the description of our video, we have a link to a company called Wazakura. They're a Japanese company and they basically supply kenzans and also bonsai equipment all over the world. So if you are interested in getting them, if you click on our link, you'll get a little bit of a discount. I think 10% off your first order. And once you've done a first order, then you're basically on their customer base. You get looked after that. So something to think about. But definitely with pin holders, you want to buy ones that are brass. If they're not got brass pins, then the probability is they're going to rust or they're going to deteriorate. Now, I think we'll come a little bit lower here. And just a little bit of fern as well. This is one of my house plants. I just put them out on the terrace in the summer. It's quite handy just to have a little bit of fern kicking around that you can use just to bring a highlight into arrangements. And with a stem like this, we can actually break it down into little units. So I can look at this and go, do you know what? I will bring a little piece into there. That just helps hide that pin holder. And also down into here as well. So because I want to place this low, I will be looking down into it more. And a lot of the arrangements we do tend to be more vertical, but this is more about detail. You could even add like a little bit of moss, but the problem with that is it can tend to then, you end up making a mess of the water. This is where I need smaller hands. And that is us. That is our arrangement. So we've basically done something different with just some single stem roses. A lot of the time you get 10 roses or 20 roses and you just put them in a vase. And they're beautiful, and you do appreciate that they've got lovely long stems, and that's nice. But if you've done that before and you want to do something different, then why not take them lower down so you're looking down into them? This water as a reflection also really creates a lot of interest. So what we've done is we've created something that's actually quite simple. It doesn't have a lot of materials, but we've used them in a different way. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope you've seen that it is possible to make something creative and different, and you can do that yourselves. There's no reason why you can't. Just find the right container, find the right material that can maybe showcase your flowers, and then add your flowers to it. So don't be scared to give it a go. You'll definitely enjoy having a go and being creative. So that's our design for going on a coffee table. If you've enjoyed today's video, we'd really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. If you could like it and subscribe, that's fantastic. Now, if you want a little bit more inspiration, have a look in the description box and we'll add a link to one of our other videos just for a bit more floral fun. So until the next time, take care and we hope to see you soon.